Hello everybody and welcome back to another craft room organization video. I hope you guys are enjoying these. I have been kind of enjoying organizing my craft room, although you can't really tell the difference at the moment because it's pretty messy. But if you are, I hope that you give this video a thumbs up. And if you are new to my channel, I hope you subscribe. There is about 50% of people that watch my videos that are not subscribed. So if that is you, I hope that you consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. I would love to have you here. All right, so today I am going to be organizing my Distress Oxide inks. And as you saw, I have been keeping them in a drawer, which has worked for quite a while. But as time has gone on, I've realized that I'm wasting so much time looking for the ink that I'm wanting to use. Even though I try and put them back with Color Family, it just doesn't work. I'm always searching for the color that I need. So I decided to splurge and get an OrganizeMore ink storage, and it's amazing. I had thought initially that it was all wood, but the inserts are actually like this foam. But I haven't had any issues with them or coming out or anything like that. It is quite an investment. I would suggest getting something like this, or there is lots of videos on YouTube where you can make your own. I just don't have the patience for that. So I decided to get one from OrganizeMore. I would love to know how you are storing your inks. I know there is many ways of organizing them and storing them. This is just the way that I felt would be best for me. And I would love to know how you store your mini ink cubes, any other inks that you might have. I just use the Distress Oxide inks the most often, so that's why I chose to get a storage solution for those. And having them out and labeled where I could see the colors is going to be so helpful. All right, so first things first is I printed off the chart off of Ranger. I will have it linked down below so you guys can check it out. I went back and forth between using a label maker and inking all of the labels myself with the actual color. These I decided were close enough for me instead of taking the time to type them all out. There is like 60 colors, I think. I don't have all 60, but I probably have maybe 40 or 45, and I just didn't want to take the time to do that. So I ended up printing them out. Also, it depends on your printer that you're using, the ink you're using, and the paper that you're using. It all depends on how well the color will match the actual ink. But like I said, these are going to work for me. All right, so they are all cut out, and I did not take the time to round the corners or anything. That wasn't a big issue for me. I did, however, cut a little bit off the top and a little bit off the bottom. That way it sits perfectly on that little edge where I'm going to be putting the labels. I don't know exactly what to call it, the side of the ink. And now I'm going to be adding double-sided adhesive to all of the labels here. I also want to mention that I did this in stages. I worked like one day and then a week went by and then I would do a little bit another day. It was not my favorite thing to do because it is tedious work and organizing and tedious stuff. I can't do. I would rather be crafting and creating something than stamping out 50 ink colors and organizing them. But I will say I love the end result and I am so glad that I took the time to do it. Even though it did take me a lot longer than it probably should have. I probably should have just busted it out in one day. But I want to be transparent with you guys and let you guys know that I am one of those people that do not like organizing. I like the end result, but I hate doing it, if that makes sense. I'm sure it makes sense to a lot of you because I'm sure a lot of you are the same way. But what I'm doing here is I have kind of like an assembly line, I guess. So I will take an ink. It doesn't really matter the color. I just have them stacked in front of me. I will take the stamp and stamp it out and then clean off my stamp, and then I will add the label to the side of the ink pad. This made it a lot easier than doing one by one. Making this sort of assembly line made it go a lot quicker in my mind, I guess, and it was a lot less painful to organize these and stamp them out. I like having these charts so that I know which colors I have, which colors I need. I have them for quite a few of my Ranger products, my Distress Oxide sprays, my Dina Wakley sprays, not the gloss sprays. I haven't done that yet, but yeah, a few other items as well. And I love that Ranger has them so easily to access on their website, and then you could just download them. And no, they're not paying me to say this or anything like that. I just really love that it's on there so that I don't have to do all of that work as well, because it probably would never get done. All right, besides adding a comment on how you organize your inks, I would love to know if you love organizing or if you're like me and dread it, but love the end result. I would love to know. So leave me a comment down below letting me know how you store your inks, and also if you love organizing or if you despise it. So at this moment, I realized that I wanted to actually have the inks to where the top is, when I'm looking at it, obviously I want to be able to read it if I take it out. And then when I flip it over to the bottom, I can read it as well. It's the right way. I hope that's making sense, but I will show in just a second what I'm talking about. But I am actually going to give you guys another tip, hopefully, that will save you some time as well. So what I was doing at this point, well, before this point, I should say, I was kind of randomly picking a ink color, and then I would have to search in all of the labels. And I mean, it wasn't taking too much time, but I felt that if I added all of the colors in color families together in little piles, it would make it go so much quicker. And it did. It helped a lot because I was able just to look in the color family and then automatically pick up that label that I needed. All right, so I am going to continue to stamp and label, and then I think this is where I show you guys what I was talking about in labeling it and then having the bottom and the top match in the same direction. Yeah, so you could see that it's the top and then the side and then the bottom. So you can just turn it. I mean, not that you really wouldn't need to do that, but I don't know. Maybe I sleep better at night knowing that it is like this. I will say too that I didn't really have the need to get every single one of these colors, although I use them often, until I saw them stamped out on this chart. I hate seeing the empty spaces, but I honestly have no need, or I don't plan on getting all of the colors anytime soon. But it just is something that stood out to me where I saw all of the empty spots and I'm like, I need to fill this up. And I'm normally not like that to where I need every single color or everything in a specific line. But I am beginning to be that way and it's really scaring me because I don't need everything. I'm not going to use all the colors. I'm not going to use everything. So I'm trying to be good and not just automatically go get the colors. All right, so you're seeing me now fold these papers, and I was trying to film around my tripod and my camera. But I had got these from OrganizeMore. You could definitely make your own, but I felt that these were just easy. I think they were like $1 for 50 of them, something very, very cheap, and I was getting the organizer anyways, so what's a couple more dollars? And this way it creates a barrier or like a space where the distress inks aren't going to go all the way back in the slot, because as you see on the bottom, the regular sized inks, like the more rectangle shape, fits perfectly in there to where they hang out a little bit. The distress inks are square and they will go all the way into the slot, if that makes sense. So here is a look at all of my inks. I did not leave spaces for the colors that I am missing because, like I said before, I'm not planning on getting them anytime soon. So I didn't want any empty spaces here. I will deal with that if and when I get any other colors. And you did see Abby helping me a little bit. She was fascinated with organizing my inks. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to leave me a comment down below. I would love to read them, and I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you guys later. Bye.